What's up YouTube, it's Coach Core and a new big game map is out in Brawl Stars. Never before been in the game called Table Flip, and I want to tell you guys the very best brawlers for this big game map so you can make a decision on what brawlers you want to play to get the most tokens for every single ticket you use. I'm going to tell you the 3 best brawlers as boss and the 3 best brawlers versus boss. You never really get to pick, but I feel like that helps you make your decision. Sometimes you're going for fun, sometimes you're going for tokens, but why not do a combination of both? Alright, so let's start off with the best 3 brawlers versus bosses, and I'm gonna play games with each of them, showing you why I think those brawlers are that and explaining it while I play the game. But at number 3, it's gonna be Bull and El Primo. I'm saying both of these brawlers, they're pretty similar brawlers. I'm gonna have them both at rank 3, and let's go into a game and I'll talk about why they're number 3. Alright, here we go. Now, part of the reason I think tanks are really solid on this map is because of all these walls. As a boss, it can be hard to get shots on someone from a long distance, so as a tank, it's actually pretty solid on this map because you can hopefully use all these walls to get a little bit closer to bosses. Okay, so and Tara's not a bad boss as a tank to face. Let's see. Definitely avoiding us pretty well here. My teammates are not doing a good job of funneling the boss into each other, or maybe they are and it's just not going to me. So there's a bear. Alright, here we're gonna get some damage. The other thing is now I got my super, is now we can super the boss. And as a tank, this is very good, because of course, you just move up the map much quicker. Always really important in big game to get to the... Is it still called a boss? I want to call it a boss. Let's see. I want to keep him... Okay, let's go like this. Okay. So at least we force him over there. The other thing too is if you can get a direct hit on the boss, you can stun the boss, which is actually a better stun than even a Shelly super. It's a better stun than a Frank super. It interrupts the boss for longer than both of those supers, so it's actually really solid. Completely interrupts them, stops what they're doing, which Shelly super does that too, but this knocks them back, unlike the other supers, like even further. It seems that way anyways. Because the Shelly super and Frank super are like so reduced. They nerfed them on purpose, so the boss is not just like completely destroyed. Alright, now we got my super. Didn't do a lot of damage. Tara doing pretty decent. Not that bad, I guess. Might get to 2 minutes. We'll see. But, alright, so now we're going to be able to super back in on this boss. Let's go like this. Oh, we got the knock. Oh, supered us though, so we're not going to do that much. But the Jesse's still alive. I like the Jesse turret up here. Jesse's definitely pretty solid. Actually, Jesse versus the boss, not too bad. Not too bad. Jesse's not going to be in my top 3 as a boss. On this map, because I think it's hard for Jesse to get a ton of kills as boss on this map, but actually is still definitely a really solid boss. Maybe a pretty decent overall option here. 8% left, so we might be able to super back in here and end this if my teammates don't end it first. I don't feel like we have a lot of damage on a team here versus this boss right now. Let's go in. 1% left. Are we even going to be able to do anything? Nope. Just basically ended up dying right there. So there we go. Not too bad. At number 2 versus bosses, it's going to be Spike. Let's get into a game and I'll show you why. Okay, here we go. I was about to say, watch us beat boss. That's the other thing doing this. What do I do if I'm doing one of these brawlers best versus boss and I am the boss? Do I include that? I don't know. Anyways, Ricochet good on this map. Oh, I didn't scout very well. That was dumb. Because with all these walls, he can get decent hits versus the boss without being hit. Clearly, I showed a great example of that, walking right into the boss. The other thing is his super. Look at this slowdown. Perfect example of why Spike is so good. Oh, look at all this damage. And he's stuck in spawn. Here we go. We're doing another one. You're not going anywhere, buddy. You're getting slowed down. We're going to destroy you. Oh my god, he's getting wrecked. Let's go. This boss made a big mistake coming to our spawn like that. Spike, so good versus boss. All these walls. He's really good at peak shots. He can do a ton of damage. On top of that, he's got the slowdown super. So what I'm trying to do right now before I use the super is figuring out a better path where he's trying to go. So we are going to get a decent stun or slowdown right there. Okay. We got our super back. Oh, I did end up dying, but at least we got some decent stun on him. And look at this. We almost killed this boss under a minute because we are just destroying him. He is getting pummeled. Spike, so good versus bosses. High damage. You can stay alive, which is really important to get a good time killing the boss. Because, oh, that's going to be the game right here. And that's it. Staying alive is important because you can just keep on doing damage. And Spike is great at that. Alright, now who I think is best versus bosses on this map, it's gonna be Ricochet. You saw him do a little bit of work in that last game, actually, but let's show you again why he's really so good versus bosses here. Okay, here we go. Now, as I was saying last game, if you can stay alive versus the boss, you can just continuously keep on dealing damage. And hopefully, I can show you that here with Ricochet. There's so many walls, and Ricochet is good on maps where you can just keep on bouncing with those walls. So let's see if we can find this boss. First off, oh, that didn't scout very well. Yeah, okay, you gotta scout out that boss very well, too. Fortunately, that didn't start out as we wanted. But he can still keep on doing a lot of damage because of all of these walls. And the other thing is, if the ideal situation for Ricochet is this boss stays back along that wall there. Oh, man, he just destroyed us. We need more people here instead of just everyone going in one at a time. We're all just gonna die and not do very well. We need to group up on him 5 versus 1. That's another tip. You might want to just continuously wait for your teammates a little bit. Don't go in too hard. Oh, Boss Leon. God, Boss Leon. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we got our super. I guessed wrong. Could have waited for that. This is where you want the boss to be. You want him to be back along the back wall. Really easy bounces for you if he is ever just like hiding on this wall over here. Okay, so I want to go back. He's really going for kills instead of just staying alive. Okay, let's make sure he doesn't escape over here. Okay, guys, he's got it. Oh, he's over all the way over there. Boss Leon, definitely a strong boss, as you are seeing right now. Come on, guys, he clearly went the other way. Go like this. We're gonna get some damage there. Alright, that's not too bad. This is where you really want to be. Along that wall, you're gonna get such easy damage. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Now we're getting the damage. Okay. Here we go. 2 supers. Can we get another one? Almost got it back. I know he's over there. Okay. We have our super. Let's go for it. We missed. But he's almost dead. Even though he's a boss, Leon still did pretty good damage. And now we're staying alive doing the stuff we want. And he's about to lose right here. But Ricochet, if you can just keep on using those angles, you can really just keep on doing a lot of damage. Especially on the back wall. Alright, now let's go over the top 3 brawlers as a boss. And for number 3, it's going to be none other than Nita. I mean, I think this one makes a lot of sense. Nita is very strong as a boss with that insanely high health bear. But there's more to it than that. Let's go into a game. Alright, now I'm going to be honest. I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to get gameplay as boss with all my brawlers who are supposed to be my top 3 bosses. But hey, at least in this case, actually, we got lucky. We're facing a boss, Nita. So thank you, matchmaking, in a way. Although I'm not boss. Okay, where's the boss at? Over there? Okay. I mean, look, in general, just Nita is very, very strong as a boss with that bear. Also, though, this map is not that bad for Nita as well. Can use these walls really well to get those attacks in without... Oh, jeez. But this is the other problem, is the bear is so annoying. You literally just have to try and avoid it because he's going to get his next bear probably before you kill his other one, unless you have a bunch of people really focusing on that bear. And you need multiple people to focus on the bear. Otherwise, you just get screwed. Nita uses these walls pretty well, though. We have a Penny. Interesting. Penny is definitely bad versus bosses. I think Penny's okay as a boss. We have 2 Pennies, or it's just 1? I think it's just 1. Oh, no. I'm gonna throw the bear, but I don't know if it's going to do very much. But as versus boss, the other thing too is Nita is okay versus bosses on this map just because the bear allows you really to push that boss back, as it does have a decent amount of health, but not like super strong. Okay, I don't think we'll be able to do that much more than this. Not very good. Oh jeez, those guys just got wrecked, and now there's a bear up. So you can see how this is such a problem as a boss Nita. Like, what am I supposed to do versus this boss Nita right now? You see how well that boss Nita used those walls there to make it really difficult for me to get much damage? That's what you want to be doing. You want to be doing stuff like that, just trying to continuously make people, and see that Spike is just completely pushed back because of that bear. This Nita should get over 2 minutes here, which is a solid time for this trophy range. Here's a bear versus the boss. But still, this is so difficult. That's the one thing boss Nita struggles against, is other tanks. And that's where you see that Primo's doing a lot of work, actually. Because boss Nita doesn't do a lot of damage per hit. Can hit multiple people, has the bear, which really the bear is the big thing here, why Nita is so good. And the ability to hit sort of like peeking behind walls. But gonna get another bear soon, I'm sure. Only 5% left, but over 2 minutes, which is a solid time. Let's see if I can even get another hit in before then. Doesn't look like it. He's just hiding. That's gonna be it for him. But Nita, definitely very solid as a boss. At number 2, it's gonna be someone who's actually horrible versus bosses, but is really good as a boss on this map. It's gonna be Mortis. Mortis is a really solid boss on this map. Hopefully we can get an example. Let's find out. All right, are we boss? We're not boss, of course. So unfortunately, we're not gonna have a good example. But the reason Mortis is so good on this map is maneuverability on this map works really well. Just the ability to run around on this map is really key because you can really use these walls well. So honestly, what I'm gonna try and do as not boss is I just want to distract people as Mortis. Distract the boss and waste the boss's time because I'm not gonna be doing much damage. Oh, but the turret's just gonna kill me. Jesse is solid as my boss, as a boss. Not gonna be my top 3, probably my top 5. Maybe Crow and Jesse, the other brawlers in my top 5, if I had to say as a boss. But Mortis as a boss on this map, you can just use these walls really well to just waste people's time and dodge and run around. But you don't want to be going towards the enemy spawn too much. Oh, there I go down. So actually we have pretty, what do we have? We have a Colt. Colt's okay versus boss. These walls don't really suit Colt very well, but if you can break down some of them, and in this case, the boss is just staying in the back there. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the best use of my super, but I wanted to kill that turret. Alright, so let's just see if I can keep this boss there. No, not gonna happen. This boss is staying back, thankfully. Not using turrets, too, using panic turrets. Oh, didn't get a hit. Okay. Alright, guys, you guys keep doing damage. Oh, didn't get my heal off. This boss Jesse's doing not bad, though. I mean, Jesse's just really hard to deal with. Honestly, we have a really bad team for killing the boss. A Jesse, a Penny, a Mortis. None of those brawlers are that great at killing bosses. Colt is okay, but this is not a good Colt map. Spike, definitely solid, as I was saying. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here, but I'm probably gonna die to the turret, so let's just go in. Okay, Buzz Boss is gonna probably get over 2 minutes here, unless our Colt just pops off. But I don't really think he's been doing that. I can get back into the action quicker as a Mortis, but I do like no damage. Definitely not gonna... Dude, seriously, Colt? What was that? Like, what? That was pathetic. I'm just gonna go in. I'm not gonna get much damage. Maybe the Spike can do it? You can do it, Spike? Oh, that's gonna be enough. And that's gonna tick off. And there we go. Mortis, horrible versus boss, but I'm telling you, he's good as a boss. My number 1 as a boss, though, and he's actually really solid versus a boss as well, it's gonna be Leon. Leon is really solid on this map. It's sort of a... Actually, here, we'll show you in-game why that's true. Alright, here we go. Not boss, of course. Facing a boss Colt. Not a great boss, especially on this map with all these walls, as I was saying. But boss Leon can be really... Oh, whoa, this is a new strategy. Surprised he's running out to meet us. He got no damage, showed us where he was right away. Okay. Good God, Colt, what are you doing, man? Oh, you are in a lot of trouble, dude. Oh, okay, I'm gonna heal up here. Ooh. Already under 66%. I would not do what this Colt is doing. That's for sure. Boss Leon, though, really good at this map. I mean, look, all the walls makes it really easy for him to get close range damage. On top of that, he's got a really fast move speed, which, as I was saying, with Mortis, maneuverability can work really well on this map with all these walls. Oh my gosh. But also, he's got the super. So not on top of that, like his super 1 makes him move faster, but also, of course, makes him go invisible, which I'm sure you can imagine how that's a useful ability when you're trying to stay alive as long as possible. Okay. 12%. Oh god, this is not a good example for boss. But I mean, look, you can just keep on going invisible, keep on running on. Make sure you're in the bushes when you use that invisibility, so it's harder for them to tell exactly where you are. Or maybe too, when people are dead even. But Leon is going to be my best boss. Sorry we didn't get an example of him as boss. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.